Looks like we got some happy mail in the mailbox today. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Megan, and if you're new here, I usually introduce myself as a homeschooling mom of 6 kids, but there are actually things I really enjoy outside of that, or as a part of that, I should say. And one of the biggest things that I enjoy is gardening. It has been a part of my life since I was born, basically. My grandparents owned a very large farm that has been in our family since they basically came to America, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, so gardening and farming, homesteading, all of those top things have always been in my heart and ingrained in me from the beginning. One of the ways that I make do with where I am at the moment, as far as how much land and lack of animals, all of those things, is we have pretty much always had a garden. But this video, actually, I asked a couple of other girls if they wanted to do videos with me as well, so make sure to check out their channels too. There's not a playlist, but Megan over at Creating Essence, I love her channel. I love just her mindset and her family's kind of homesteading ways, and we've become friends through YouTube and social media. So the other channel that I very much enjoy is my friend Mariah over at the Babcocks, and she is just so sweet, and I love seeing her garden and her sweet daughter Anna that helps her out with it. And so they are going to be doing videos as well, showing about their garden planning or plans or something about gardening. So today I'm just going to kind of go through, I need to go through and take inventory of my seeds that I do have, decide maybe what I'm going to be using and planting, plan out. I don't plant in the same spaces every single year. I like to rotate in the soil, and so some of those seeds need to be started pretty much now, and so I'm going to be working on all of that. So I'm just going to share those things with you. So the first thing I'm going to do is go through my seeds, see what I have. So as far as seeds, Baker Creek Heirloom seeds are my go-to seeds. I do have a few others that I've just kind of picked up along the way, but we have had great success with Baker Creek. What I love about their seeds is just that they're really good quality. They're a really great price. But the other thing is that most of the seeds that we plant, we actually plant straight in the ground. We actually don't start a lot of seeds. I did last year, and then ended up just kind of going with planting them straight in the ground on top of that as well. Their seeds just do really well. That's my experience with them. No, don't go plant them all in the ground this year and then blame it on me if it's not a success. But we have always had great success. So as far as our garden setup goes, my gardens are an absolute wreck right now. I had a baby at the beginning of the summer last year, and so I did not do a lot of maintenance. Thankfully, we actually do back to Eden style gardening, so there's not a lot of maintenance that needs to be done. However, we did not weed at all during the summer, or if we did, it was like hardly anything at all. And then on top of that, we did not prepare our beds. We did not cover our beds with more wood chips before the winter. And we've had a very mild winter. So sadly, my gardens are currently taken over with a lot of grass growth and things like that. Okay, so these are the new ones that I have purchased for this year. So I'm just gonna go through these pretty quickly. We are going to try our hand at some Brussels sprouts. I know they take a really long time to get to maturity, and they are actually a fall harvest, but I did want to go ahead and order those. Lots of beautiful flowers. Okay, so this is another thing that I just want to try. I'm not expecting any kind of great success with this stuff I'm experimenting with. I always go in with low expectations and then end up coming out actually with success, but you know, we'll just see. So I wanted to try these. So we are going to. Some more zinnias. These I fell in love with when the magazine came, and I had to order them. They are so beautiful. Free seeds. I don't know. Maybe we should plant these to experiment with them. Just plant a few of them. All right. This is the new melons I wanted to try. I just thought, well, maybe since they are a smaller variety, maybe they might do a little better. I don't know. We'll see. So we are definitely doing those. I actually forgot that I had these already. So I've already been through the seeds and you saw those. They sent more free butter crunch, which is great. That we like that one. And I didn't realize I already had okra seeds too. I knew I had some from our garden, but I want to make sure that that those will actually grow. So as backup, I ordered these and didn't realize I already had some. And I ordered some more sugar anns because there's actually not very many in that pack from earlier. And some zucchini. And I thought these were so pretty. Can you tell what one of my favorite flowers is? So anyway, so that's our new seeds. Okay, so as far as tomatoes and peppers, the reason that I actually am not going to start very many of those is we actually live fairly close to an old order Mennonite community, and they have a farm store. It's just an open air because they don't have electricity or anything. And I actually buy my peppers and tomato plants from them. They most of them are organically grown as well, and they are the best starter plants ever, and they're so cheap. So that's where I always get mine. I might go ahead and start a couple of these. Okay, so as you can see, there are a lot of seeds here. I'm just gonna go through some of these real quick. Are okra seeds that we harvested ourselves, whatever. Those are okra seeds from the garden from last year. Oh, are you looking at flower seeds? Okay, so these actually belonged to my grandparents. My grandfather passed away years and years ago. But my grandma passed away just a few years ago, and I have been planting these every year. This is always what they grew, and we keep our seeds in the refrigerator, so it keeps them preserved, I guess, pretty well. So they always do amazing, so that will get planted as well. So I am actually out on our front porch because it is raining yet again. So we have had, I feel like, nonstop rain for a while. And anyway, so I need to get this done though. Yesterday I knew I wouldn't have enough time to get it done, and so I went ahead and actually, I don't buy seed starter or anything like that. I like to actually go ahead and use the dirt that's in our garden. So this is from our Back to Eden garden. So I just want to show you, I wish that I could show you what it looked like before. You can kind of see right here. Okay, let's see. if you can see that. But we have lived here almost 3 years, and the dirt here is red clay. So I knew that we needed to amend that, and so Back to Eden Gardening is perfect for that. So we used, let's see, here at this house, we just started it using composted wood chips that we got from a local place that has like a clean source of composted wood chips, and then did, they call it double grind is what that place calls it, and then we used just wood chips on top of that. Then last year we used a mushroom compost on top of everything, and I can't remember what we ended up covering it with, but it was not just a pure wood chip. I think it was partially composted as well. Oh, here's a good example of the clay. So like you can completely mold it in your hands, and but this is what I'm seeing in this, is this was before very, very red clay, and now it is becoming very rich black dirt. Okay, so I dug down pretty deep to get all this and try so that I can mix it all together. I wanted the plants to already be used to that soil, and so that's why I am not buying seed starter. So mix. So I just use it straight from our garden. It's also a money saver because I'm like, I've already got the dirt back there, so I'm not gonna buy it. Like I said, I'm not gonna be starting very many, because I do start most of it from seeds, but I am gonna go ahead and start some today. I think I'm gonna use these bigger ones for, let's see, where are they? For my onions, because then I can, because they are a bunching onion and stuff, so I'm gonna plant those in there. So, and then I will do peppers in this, and then tomatoes in those. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So our seeds are started, and like I said, most of them we actually just plant straight into the ground. And then, yeah, so the pepper plants, most of our pepper plants and our tomatoes we get from the Old Order Mennonites. Look at my fingers. Wow. So a big thing that we start in the ground is like our greens, like our spinach and lettuce and chard and kale. What else? Oh, I forgot to plant our broccoli. That is what I need to do next. I actually have had success with planting it straight into the ground as well. But I will go plant that now actually, because I think I've got one more of these things. And so that will be perfect, six different plants. We don't have room to do like a ton, but 6 plants will be very beneficial to us. So there is the perfect big huge window right here in the kitchen for this to sit for the next month. And then I will start hardening it off. So I will leave it on our, we have, you can see it from here. We have a screened-in porch off the back, so I will move it out there just so it can start getting used to the weather outside. But this is the perfect spot. There's actually a heat vent underneath right where this is sitting, so it will keep the soil nice and warm, and it'll get really good sunlight right here, and I'll be able to be reminded constantly to water these until it is time for them to be planted outside. So there are some of our seeds that we started. Like I said, I am gonna go run downstairs to the garage and get another one of these to start some of our broccoli plants. But that is that. And you can actually see from here, so this is, it's hard to see actually, it's really blurry, but this out here is actually our strawberry beds, and they are growing like crazy out there right now. They're covered in pine needles. All of this that's really green is actually the part I was talking about that's so overgrown, but there's actually a little row, you can kind of see it from here, of spinach that is growing there. So anyway, so that is one garden bed. The other one, the big one's at the bottom of the hill. When we start getting all that ready, I will share that in another video. I'm going to go ahead and sign off and tell you thank you so much for joining me today. I would love if you would hit that subscribe button down below and join me on future videos.